The sun hung low in the sky as Homer Simpson was the hit Fox TV show The Simpsons made sweet, dirty love to his wife, Marge Simpson, also from The Simpsons.
Sweet, dirty
While she was on her back, he was fucking her from behind. I think we should have a baby. I think we should have a baby, he said with a smile. You know how much I want one. The Tale of Lust and Simpsons. The Tale of Lust and Simpsons start. The pair of you laugh at that, and then the conversation turns to other things. You told him about your day as well as some of your plans for the future. He seemed very interested in what you had to say, but he didn't seem quite sure of himself yet. It was obvious that he still needed time to get used to his new surroundings. However, he did ask you a question that had been on your mind quite a bit. Hey, are you still gonna keep the inn open now that your father was no longer around to run it? You sort of wondered if you should. Of course, you knew that you still wanted to, but it was beginning to be a big responsibility. Dude, it completely... I guess so.
What?
You were going to, but he seemed to be relieved when you did. You told him that you were going to, and he seemed to be relieved that you did. Good. I know it was hard that you worked to try to save it, Marge, from your dad, and I think I want to see you lose it. You smiled at that. Well, I'm glad one of us is still thinking rationally.
Well, I'm glad one of us is still thinking rationally.
He laughed at that. All right. Well, I guess I should let you get to it. You have school tomorrow.
What?
He said that last bit with a bit of a sigh, as if you really would have preferred if you didn't. The pair of you said your goodbyes and you went upstairs to bed. For the first time in a long time, you had a good night's sleep. The next day,
So
you were
Homer
off
fucked
to
her
school.
good, and then she had a great night.
A month had passed, and you were doing fine in your classes. You were getting good grades, and the only problematic part was trying to keep your new girlfriend Lisa from getting molested all day.
What?
They had a new teacher that was a little too friendly with the students, but your principal's problems were the basketball coach and the guidance counselor. The coach hated you because he was the type of ex-athlete that got a little too old to play and decided to be a coach instead. He had a history of coaches that were like that, and they almost always were complete jerks to the students. They were consistently yelling and belittling everyone in charge of the team. You were pretty lucky that the previous coach had left for a better job, as the new one was going to be a huge problem. The guidance counselor was one of the most recent additions to your problems, as many students had been falling through the cracks in the system, but thanks to this guy, it was now your job to give him attention. You had just turned 16. You were on the cusp of being classified as dangerous, trouble, or lost. Thanks to this asshole, one of those labels was definitely going to stick. The problem is that he had to be personally challenged too. You had accidentally called him an asshole. So he decided that he was going to give you a hard time every chance he got. Your principal was a middle-aged woman that seemed to enjoy making your life miserable. She liked to call the school trouble-free and do nothing but bitch about the students and the teachers, ranging from downright retarded to the just plain weird. Despite her obvious dislikes for the school, she had overcome. Overcome
What if she is under
her problems and become the principal of your school. That, or she's just plain crazy. As you were finishing up your first day of school, the guidance counselor decided to give you a hard time. Well, well, well. If it isn't the basketball star. I heard you had a hard time keeping up in
Basketball
class
star.
yesterday. I'm glad to see you today. It sounds like edgy Simpsons Diary of a Wimpy Kid at thin point.
Literally.
Literally.
Can
Yeah, whatever. What's your problem? You're being disrespectful? I'll have you know, I only said that because it's true. Is that so? Well, I'm not afraid to say that you're acting like a poor role model for the boys by getting bad grades and having a girlfriend. What? He's saying that that I have a girlfriend is bad. So he's homophobic? Unbelievable. You should stop him from hitting him. Wow. You were always this much of a pussy?
Keep your voice down. I'm not in the mood.
Why is Marge Simpson 16 being abused?
Or
by
maybe
her
you
elders?
just don't have any. You pause and then punch him in the nose.
Damn!
Fuck my life. Alright, let's see how you like getting your ass kicked.
You grabbed his wrist and bent it behind his back. Oh,
Ow.
you're gonna pay for that?
I don't think so, because I'm actually going to enjoy kicking your ass.
You really think a student like you is going to beat me?
I'm not a student. I'm a grown man, and yesterday showed you that I can take more than I give.
He gulps. And it's all you can keep from him from running away.
You're going to regret.
You're going to regret this, little man.
I doubt it.
Jesus.
You quickly move in and land a punch to his face, but he grabs your fist and wraps his hand around yours. I think I'll do more than just regret it. He twists your arm around your back and starts dragging you off towards the administration building. You're too surprised to do anything as he walks away.
Aw, shit! Come on! Stop fighting me!
You see the other students in your class looking at you, so you stop struggling. What the hell is wrong with you? He stops, walking and leads you into the school. I have a guess. Your mom, right? You give him a stink eye. She's so damn pretty, and you're so damn ugly. How could she ever love such a thing as you? He walks out of an office and throws you in a chair. Now, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to explain yourself before I call your mom. You're silent. Good. Now you're going to have to give you 20 seconds to explain why you've been getting into fights and why you've been introducing the concept of dating at such a young age. Wait, what? Now I'm going to give you 20 seconds to explain why you've been getting into fights and why you've been introduced to the concept of dating at such a young age. You're silent. I think I'll give you another 20 seconds before I call your mom. Little man, I have a feeling you'd like to explain yourself now. New prompt. It's finally done. Steve Jobs tittered at his look upon the abomination he created. Now, with my creation, the Apple Corporation will rule the world. One of two. I like this story. You jump up so fast you knock over the chair. You don't see that your mother has a boyfriend. Don't you want to be like your father? Fuck. He starts laughing at his own comment.
No! I want my mom to be happy, and I know she'll be happy with me.
He sighs. I guess you're off the hook for now. But let me keep this clear. I will call your mom, and I'm fully intended on telling her everything I know about you.
You won't tell her anything. You're too scared of her.
I don't think so. Now, get out of here and don't come back for a week. You leave escorted to the door by the secretary. She asks you if you need a ride, but you decline since you want to get home as fast as possible. Once you're outside, you walk half a mile in your house as fast as you can while clutching your wrist. You're pissed at that kid, but what he said really hit home. You think as you walk, you think your mom's some guy now? She wouldn't want to be with you because you're ugly. You're ugly and you know it. You're starting to feel that maybe that's why you get in fights. Sure, people are mostly assholes on the train, but it's something worth it just to trip them up. You get a laugh out of them. You don't want to start a fight, but sometimes you have to defend yourself. You chuckle as you remember the other day when some guy started harassing you. Teacher's pet. You waited for the guy to stop. What? I said teacher's pet. What? You said my dad was a teacher. I'm saying your mom is a teacher, you're a student, and I'm a student. That makes you a teacher's pet. The guy tries to punch you, but you dodge and he falls on the ground.
Fucking asshole.
You get some small pleasure from the look of absolute bewilderment on his face. After a few minutes, you arrive home. No one is outside. Your mom must be out having fun without you.
I'm home.
Your mom's having fun without you?
No
What a
one
bitch.
answers. Maybe she's out. You strip out of your school uniform and put on some clothing that will hopefully prevent you from smelling like the school. For you, that means a long sleeve shirt and pants. Might be a little too warm, but it's the price you pay for style. You head down the stairs into the kitchen and don't see your mom, but you see another man sitting at the table. He looks at you and smiles. There you are. I was wondering where you went. You know you're always welcome here, right? You look at him and turn head into the backyard. Alright, bud, I think you've had enough. Let's go to your room. You sigh and step aside. The man shuts the door and locks it. You know who this is. I think you know what's going to happen. If you don't tell me what's going on, you stay silent. He begins to head towards you, but you quickly move back. You think about running, but he grabs you and picks you up anyway.
Holy shit.
You always end up fighting him off in the end, so you might as well try to get some advantage this time. Alright, bud, I know you're scared, whoever you are, but you have to trust me. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna help you. You look at him. You can't see any signs of deceit on his face, but you don't know him or anything about him. For all you know, he's some crazy kidnapper.
Put me down.
It's gonna take a little more than that. He drops you and you hit the ground. He grabs your shoulders and stares into your eyes. Oh my god. Tell me who you are, he says, like a command rather than a question.
Tell me who you are.
You don't even know what you're saying. You just feel really scared and hope he lets you go soon. Who are you, boy?
I'm Ben, sir.
Ben Shapiro!
Oh!
It's Ben Shapiro!
Damn, I can't tell anymore. You act like a regular Ben 1 minute, and then you act like the smart-ass teenager the next. Which one are you?
He
lets go of your shoulder and has a laugh. I can't tell with you. You're a fucking liar. You're probably all of them rolled into one. This isn't good. He starts to head towards the door. I'll be back when class is over. You probably won't remember any of this when you wake up. That's alright though. I'm sure you were doing something more important. The man drops his voice in a whispering tone. Ben, remember who I am. I'm your friend. I'm here to help you. You're dropped on the floor as he shuts the door. Your memory starts coming back to you. You remember what the man looked like, what classes he had, even some of his name, but you still don't know who he is. You don't know what he did to you or why he came back when he said he would. This is all so confusing. You head up the stairs and go do something else. You then remember what classes are today. You have first period math, then Spanish, followed by lunch, and then history after school. You have half day today, so you might as well stay in and relax. You decide to take a book out and you read. You pick up one that looks familiar, fairly interesting, and it hopes you'll be able to kill some time. You head into your room and grab the book. Something comes over you as you look at it, and you can't stop staring. For some reason, you look at your head with an open book. We are still on the Simpsons one. One of my neighbors just came over, and I had to go answer the door. Yeah. We're still on the Simpsons one. I'm honestly, really, interested in
This is
in
like
this.
an anime.
Yeah.
Bro,
Wait.
I got a dookie, bro.
Go do it then.
No, I'm gonna do it right here, dude.
Please don't.
Bro,
That's TOS.
my chakras will never
Head into
recover
your room and
from
grab a
that.
book. Something comes over you as you look at it. You can't stop staring. For some reason, you reach out your hand and open the book. You don't remember doing that, but there you are, touching the book page. You try not to look like you're looking at the words, but you can't help it. Your fingers trace over the letters. You can't remember the last time you read something. You didn't like school, so you mostly just shunned it. You tilt your head as you read the title of the book. It's called Back to the Future. Shit, I gotta make an edgy Marge Simpson anime. Literally, and then it turns out to be Ben Shapiro. Of course it is. You must be in the future. No other explanation. And this must be real life, because you can't touch the words. You flick ahead a few pages. This is the page of the summary of the book. The summary says that in the book, a time traveler named Ben travels back in time to the mid-1900s and then back to the present day. He's got a troublemaker named Weasel with him to prevent anyone from killing him. I don't know. He literally just turned Ben Shapiro. It turned into Ben Shapiro. Marge just turned into Ben when the man straddled him. You turn the page over. On this back of the summary, it says work of fiction, but you know it's true. Everything has happened so fast. You're struggling to keep up. You look down at your body. How did you get here? Is in this body? And why is everyone around you acting like this is normal? You flick ahead a few pages. You read through a few more pages before something catches your eye. It's a photo of a man and a woman, both around your age. The woman has long brown hair and is smiling at the camera. Wait, is this Ben Shapiro, or Ben the janitor from the Hot Pea Storm story? I think Ben Shapiro, but it might be Ben the janitor. But that was a different AI script, so it wasn't AI Dungeon. Woman, long brown hair, and is smiling at the camera. The woman has short blonde hair, the man has short blonde hair and is looking at the woman with a tender smile. Both are wearing suits, and their expressions are one of self-satisfaction. You've never seen a picture of yourself before. You stare at the picture, trying to see if it's some kind of weird copy, and there's no mistake. It's you. You look at the picture again. It's your name at the bottom of the picture. It's blonde hair, so maybe it is Ben from the Hot Pea Storm. You look at yourself again. It's your name at the bottom of the picture. You're not as tall as you thought you were, or as built. The suit doesn't seem to fit you right. You look at the photo in confusion. Who are those two people? You flick ahead a few pages. There's nothing but white space. You don't believe it. There's nothing else here. This has to be a mistake. It's Ben's origin story. Wait.
You turn the page. You hear a bunch of people yell outside. A group of people are entering the school, just like the lessons are starting.
You stare at the empty white page in front of you.
The bell rings. History is about to start. What are you gonna do to it? What are you going to do?
Dude, on that Clash Royale grind right now.
You can ignore the fact that you're reading something that you shouldn't, that shouldn't contain words, that shouldn't exist. You can pretend that it's never happened or just enjoy your last day of high school. You head to the front of class and explain that you've discovered a time traveler. You can sit back and pretend this didn't happen. You'll have to deal with this later. But right now, you need to focus on your final high school exam. Maybe you'll be able to forget about this. You can deal with this later. You'll worry about it when you have to. You
It's
can
just
pretend
repeating.
this didn't happen. You can ignore this. You'll just forget about it when you leave for college. You can suffer from guilt and confusion. You'll never be able to enjoy your freedom. You can pretend like that this didn't happen. You can't deal with this now, but you have time to think about it when you're not busy. It's just saying the same thing over and over again. Damn, that was intense.
That was intense.